Good morning. Welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. And today, y'all, guess what I did? This is not an original idea, and I will post a link to Jess and Maya's video over at Roots and Refuge Farm, right? But y'all know I said I don't like woodworking. Y'all know the yellow door has been broken for I don't know how long, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and I just did not want to, I didn't feel like dealing with it, right? So that is the yellow door, the one that I had when I originally started my garden. But Jess and Maya used these right here to make a fence around her newer garden that's closer to her house. And I went to Lowe's this morning. I was like, they gotta have a gate, and they did. So it seems pretty simple. You take this off, then you push this down into the holes of the gate. This goes down into the ground, and then the gate just slides on. So I thought that was great. I could get rid of the gorilla cart in front of the door, and we can have a door. I did get some spray paint because I am going to spray paint it yellow, but we're very wet here. It's been raining for the last 2 days, so very excited to get that up. I'm gonna get that up today. Hello, dog. Can you move? Move, girl. And then, if you remember, we have these really big squash plants in here. By the way, we have a flower. Now, that's a male flower, and there are no female flowers open right now. But I saw on an Instagram page, there's a lady, and she like takes the male flower off. I want to say she put it in the refrigerator. If you know anything about me, I saw the first part, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that. I don't know what she did with the second part, but I follow her now, so I'm gonna have to go back. I think she might have put them in the refrigerator, and she kept them until the female flowers opened. So if some of these female flowers don't start open while the male flowers are open, I'm probably gonna try that. That's not what I came to tell you. When I went to Lowe's today, I went ahead and got some of these. So that is what we're gonna stake these up with. So I'm gonna get that done today too, because they are most definitely shading out everything. Although tomatoes have flowers on them, so that's a plus. This is a good way to hand pollinate. Just take your finger and move the flower around. Not necessary. Everything that a tomato needs to make a tomato is in this flower. And then the other one is over here, right? And so it's definitely getting shaded, but does have flowers. So I want to get these up and staked so that everything in the bed can thrive. I'm excited though. Everything is still green. Everything is still growing. I just feel like the larger those squash get, the more it's going to shade stuff out. The other thing that we need to do today, this might be a 2-part video. It's not that early yet. I had to run out, and so that's where I've been. So that's where I've been all morning. Also, about 2 or 3, they're coming to take the shed down, so I definitely can't record then. Anyway, next thing. In my last video, I told you we had to get nasturtiums out. So these are the nasturtiums. They're pretty small. They'll be fine. I'm going to put like 2 right here because I want the edges of my beds this year to have flowers, trap cops, whatever you want to call it. And if you can see, I have like a marigold back there, calendula. That's a marigold. It's not doing that well though. It's another marigold up there, so I might throw a nasturtium in that spot too. This bed is pretty much covered. We got calendula, nasturtium, marigold, not doing well, and then some snapdragons. Probably need something around the front part of this. I'll figure that out. So we're gonna get those nasturtium planted out. If I need more, then I'll just start some more. Nasturtiums germinate really quickly, so not a big deal. I could direct sow them, but y'all know me and keeping my soil moist, so I don't direct sow a lot. The other thing is like this kohlrabi, ready to go, so probably gonna grab that too. We're gonna give the rest of it a little more time, but if you can see, my watermelon are doing pretty good, and not that one, but the rest of them are doing pretty good. And y'all, look at that big old strawberry back there. Can you see it? We need to harvest some strawberries too. So we have a lot we need to do this morning. Oh, also need to get the tomatoes, all of them attached to their stakes. Like I said, I'm still gonna do Florida weave this year just because I got a lot going on right now. Maybe later, if I feel like, you know, I can do it without like stressing myself out, we might do it. But right now, we just gonna say we're doing the Florida weave. Anywho, those are the things we're doing this morning, and I'm excited. I'm excited. So let us get started. I think I'm gonna start out in the greenhouse staking the squash because it's still kind of cool, and so I'm gonna do that so that I'm not in the greenhouse working in the heat. So I just grabbed my twine. I don't think the tomato clips are gonna work for this, but I might try it. The vines of a squash, they get really thick if they're healthy and stuff. I grabbed this. I'm probably gonna tie it on with this. Interesting fact about squash, if you were to let them grow on the ground, they will root. Like if they have contact with the soil, they will root. I don't have space for that. That's also a good way to combat like the plant completely dying from squash vine borer, sometimes the plant can reroot and then it'll get nutrients from another source other than what's straight down into the ground. I don't have space for that. So with that being said, we're about to stake these. By the way, someone asked me to talk about the wooden door on the greenhouse. It's not a wooden door. It's just my fence. So I have a privacy fence. I just have the back door of the greenhouse open. So it kind of does look like it's a part of the greenhouse, but it's not a door. It's just my fence because I have the back open. So all right, basically these stakes, I'm not even really sure how long they are. What I do know is they was $3 a piece, but I thought it would be my best option in here. I'm just gonna take them once I can get it in the bed and stake it right down beside the plant. And lucky for me, it's a pretty deep bed. So I'm gonna take it, stake it down by the plant. Just like that, just stuck it down into the soil. And then I'm gonna just take this plant and tie it to this stake. And then I'll have to keep doing that because they don't tendril, they're not going to connect on their own. But yeah, I'll just keep having to come in here and tie them up. I'm gonna tie them very loosely though. So let me show you. So the stake is here. I'm just gonna take it. I probably could put the stake on the other side. Let's try that too. I wasn't expecting them to do so well, I guess. So I didn't think about staking, but I'm just gonna put it right here beside it, just like that. And then I'm gonna take a piece of string and loosely tie this whole plant to the stake. Very loose, because I don't want it to scratch the plant or anything like that. So very loosely, I'm gonna do that. As it grows, I'm gonna keep doing it. I probably could do it one more time. And this is just some string that someone sent me from Amazon. Works fine. It's what I tie the tomatoes up with too. So just real loosely pull it. And if you can get it into some of the branches, that'll keep it from falling down. So I'm gonna try to pull it in here. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. As it grows, I'm gonna come back out here and keep tying it up this stake. So now you can see everything can get a decent amount of sun, and I could pull some of the lower leaves off too. Not gonna do that just because I don't want to draw the vine borer. I don't know if that's even a thing, right? But now you can see this tomato back here is getting sun. Yeah, you know, I got a leaf on it, but not a big deal. Much more sun than it was getting. Same thing with the tomato over here. So I like the way this looks. That one broke, so I guess we'll just take it and hope for the best. But yeah, a lot more sun is getting to the bottom of that bed now. So it is staked. I'm happy about that. We are moving on to the next thing. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and plant out the nasturtiums because the sun is coming out, y'all. The sun is coming out. Where I need to put the gate up is pretty shaded because of the grapevine. So yeah, let's get these nasturtiums out real quick. And with nasturtiums, as I understand it in my research, my little bit of research that I have done, they don't need super nutritious soil. So I'm not gonna drop anything down into their hole because I want them to grow. And I didn't drop anything, I don't think, in the holes of the ones that I already planted, but I did amend these beds already. So with that being said, we're just gonna plant these out wherever we need to. All right, so we're just gonna pull this straw back and drop them into these holes. So that's pretty much all we're gonna do. Make a hole. By the way, I moved the leeks. I moved the leeks because I wanted to use the space for beans. There's no other reason other than that. I put them into the holes of the bricks where I had to pull more onions because of the allium leaf miner. And nasturtiums, I think they say don't really care to have their roots disturbed. But as I mentioned, with these pots, I don't have to really disturb their roots. Sale trays. So I just want a nice border of flowers around each bed. So I'm just hoping for a big fluffy show of flowers in the summer here. So I'm gonna put two in the front of here too. This is the bed where the kohlrabi and cabbage was, and there will be beans where they were too, right? Drop that down in there. And we still have the onion that's going to seed right here. I'm still gonna leave it because I want the seeds, and we'll just plant this nasturtium pretty darn close to it because it won't be here all season. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all something else I got from Lowe's today. I'll show y'all in a minute. And I'm gonna leave them uncovered from the straw just until they get settled. And then I'll put the straw back because this is not a plant that I'm gonna have to come and do extra nutrition for. My chicken's acting crazy. By the way, y'all, they are eating the berries that are falling from the tree. I was observing them the other day because I was like, it's no way that they're fine, healthy, and they're not eating. They are eating. They're just not eating the food that I gave them. I hope this video is not feeling rushed, but it's hot out here, so the camera just keep getting hot, y'all. But let me show you the last two nasturtiums. I just went ahead and put over here. So it's one right here, and then it's one right here. When I see other people's gardens and they have like just walls of nasturtiums and walls of marigolds, I think it is so pretty. And it actually happened for me one year in this bed right here, and I just thought it was so pretty. I think it was mostly marigolds, but I just thought it was so pretty. So that's what I'm shooting for in the block beds this year. This bed right here is gonna be mostly basil, and I know they say don't plant basil with peppers. I have before. They grew just fine, so that's why I'm doing it. In case you say you got your peppers with your basil, it worked for me, so I did it. And if it don't work this year, I'm gonna tell y'all, yeah, this basil and pepper thing did not work, but it has worked for me before, so I'm not worrying about it. By the way, what I was gonna tell you, what else I got today? These were on the clearance. They're celosia, and remember I said I wanted to put some flowers around the hose link, so that's what I'm gonna do. They were $2. Love that for me because they was on clearance. I think they was like $4 actually, but 3 and some change, like $3.98, so $4. So we about to put those in, and then after that, I'm trying to figure out, should I put this door on here now or not? Because I don't, well, I could put the stakes and stuff in the ground either way, and the door will just slide off. That's kind of how this works. I think it's really cool. Anyway, they can go through here to get this down. I could just move this stuff if they need me to, and I'm gonna put the chickens in the coop, but I think they can go from here. Thankfully, I cleaned this out too, so that's a plus. You know what? We also got some calendula. We probably can plan out some dill too. Shoot, and some zinnias. We got a few things we can plan out, but we probably gonna wait until this evening to do that because the things that I just showed you, I really want to get those done first. So we're gonna go ahead and plant these celosia out. If you remember, I put some soil in here when I put it back, but I'm also going to put a little bit more. The bricks that were back here, they are in the chicken area now. That's what I use to close off the area. So once they move the shed, I'll put those bricks back. So it's just like a little garden bed. I don't know how well they're gonna do over here, but they were $2, no big deal. And then I'm gonna water these in because they're very dry. That's the only reason why I think they were on the clearance rack. They're dry. I feel like if somebody would have just watered them, but I won and got some celosia for this area. I think it's gonna be pretty. There's 2 of them in there. I'm gonna break them apart. I could put some of these somewhere in the garden too. All right, so we moving through our task, y'all. We moving through our task. We about to put the gate up now. Love that for me. Okay, so the gate comes with 2 pieces, right? And on each end, they already have the pieces that you need to like slide the stake down into. So yes, prefab is my way to go. That's my way that I'm going. And it fits perfectly in the space that I already had for the gate. So I'm excited about that. See? Let me show you. So see, fits like that, so it'll open like this. I'm very excited about that. And then I can get this gorilla cart from in front of the opening of the garden. So all right, I just wanted to make sure it fit, and it does. Those pieces of gate, I think they were like $40 both together. They came together. These were like 16 and some change. These are the stakes that's gonna go in it. You have to take the screws out first. They're just for shipping, according to this. Meanwhile, I'm in the store trying to find some that don't move, right? And then I saw the sign and I was like, oh, well, they're supposed to move because they're supposed to come off. I'm also screwing that the wrong way. That's tough. So you just take the screws out. Oh, it's only one. Cool. So you take this out, and this is what goes down into the ground first. And you use a rubber mallet. It does tell you to put a piece of wood or something over the top of this. I don't have a piece of wood, y'all. Y'all already know. Y'all already know how I work. So let's put these back up real quick so that I can know where I should be. I feel like it's right in front of the T-post that's up here already, but let me double check. That one is a little bit past the T-post. I'm gonna make a little indentation right here so I know that's where that one goes and that's where this one goes. All right, cool. Take this down now. It will probably go in easier if I did have the wood, but we about to see. Going down the same without the wood. Yeah, this is gonna be super easy. And the gate is not supposed to touch the ground, so we're only going as far as these little pieces. Rubber mallets are so useful, y'all. I have an egg being laid right now. The rubber mallet was like $8 and some change. And I think that's all. Oh, and the spray paint was like $5 and some change. And since we can slide this off, that's why I said we can spray paint it later. Right now, I'm just happy to get a door on it. So shout out to Maya and Jess for sure. And doing this right after it rained a few days, also awesome. Making it much easier, I'm sure. All right, I think we're good there. And it did come with the hardware as well for the lock. So that's cool. So I can't find my drill, so I'm just gonna have to put these screws through with the screwdriver. That's gonna suck. I spring cleaned my closet. I'm sure hoping I didn't make a mistake and throw it away. But crazier things have happened. So I'm just gonna try to screw it in here myself. And I just lined them up to make sure they would work where I had them. Yeah, it's working. Cedar is a soft wood. Love that for me. There were 2 different size screws. Couldn't tell why. Oh God. I feel like they go, some of them go with the additional fence if you're putting up the whole fence, but I'm not, so that's what I'm going with, y'all. Now, when it comes to doing stuff like this, it's straight chaos, okay? I'm gonna tell you that right now. For one, because I don't really enjoy it. So, that is what it is. That definitely appears to be crooked, but we about to find out. Nice. I don't know what these extra screws are for. So now, I should just be able to put this on here, drop it down into the hole, and then we should have a gate. Nice. Love that for me. This is how I knew which one to get, this yellow one. It said to get the poles with the yellow, so that's how I knew. So now this one will go over here. I don't see any holes or anything to like attach it to the pole. So it's literally no dig and only needed a screwdriver. Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to check. I don't see anything that would say I need holes or anything. Just gonna slide this back a little bit. And if I need to, I can push that down into the ground some more. But look at that, have a gate. Not perfect. I don't care. I like it. I like it, y'all. Might need a little adjusting, but that's okay. I could do that easy. Like, I could do that really easy. I might have one of my kids come out here and hold it for me so I know exactly where I'm supposed to have it, but I like it, y'all. What do y'all think? And we're gonna paint it yellow. Spray paint it yellow, but I think it's so cute. I love it. Hey y'all, next day Asia here because it stormed something terrible yesterday, and then I just worked kind of in between the rain after that, but I got a lot done. I just finished fertilizing. I used fish emulsion, so I wrote that down in my calendar because I'm going to try to keep up with a 2-week fertilizer. I only used fish emulsion this time. The next time I'll probably put some granulated fertilizer in, but let me show you what I got done. All of the tomatoes are now attached to their stake. So I went through last night, grabbed my little stool, and I went ahead and did that. By the way, if you want to win one of those stools, I have a giveaway going on in the community section. So go ahead and enter. There is quite a bit of comments. I think it's over 200 comments now. But if you want to win it, it's brand new. The box is open because I had to see which stool it was. But anyway, the box is open, but it has never been used. So I'm doing a giveaway if you're interested in winning one of those stools. The other thing is I decided, since I had a few more squash left, I went ahead and just put them over here with the corn. They are not winter squash, but my plan is to start some winter squash because I'm sure these aren't going to last long. And then once those die out, then I'll put the winter squash in. And I know winter squash needs like a long time to grow because it has to harden and cure and things like that. But I'm not even sure that I really love winter squash. I think somebody gave me some kombucha seeds. Maybe Javon gave me some. So that's what I'm gonna, not kombucha, whatever they call. I'm gonna go ahead and get those started so that when those are done, they can go into that spot, because I'm really starting to try to do succession sowing. So that's what I got done. What else did I get done? I feel like I got a lot done, but I just don't remember what it was, y'all. Oh, I did not harvest the strawberries because it rained so much, but I did taste one this morning, the largest one. It was absolutely delicious. There is going to be a picture over on Instagram if you want to see it. It was really big, red all the way through, and just sweet and delicious, y'all. Oh, I know what else I did. I decided I was just going to pull the kohlrabi. At this point, I really want to see how these watermelon are going to do, and I didn't want to impede the sun any longer on these. So with that being said, I pulled it. There's one left over here, and then there's still some Swiss chard over here. Oh, I did plant out the calendula and the zinnias as well, so they're all over the garden. But by the way, we have tomatoes starting to grow. Let me see. Definitely tomatoes in the green stock. By the way, if you are wanting a green stock, they're having an amazing sale right now for Mother's Day. It goes through May the 15th, and so you can use my code YellowDoor10 to get you a green stock. But let me show you something. Tomatoes, y'all see them? Here's two. There's one right here and one right here. So the tomatoes are coming in the green stock, but we also have some somewhere else. Here we go. This is a sun gold, I think. So we have a sun gold right there too. Super excited. So if you remember last year, I was trying to avoid potting up, and so I started my tomatoes and peppers much later than like the 6 to 8 weeks from my last frost. I started them 6 to 8 weeks from the time I planned to plant out. So I got my harvest way later, right? So I didn't do that this year, and I think this is what I'm gonna go with. And now that I know how to start them and put them out into the greenhouse sooner, that won't be a problem. Won't be a problem at all. We love that for me. So we're gonna do a garden tour very soon, y'all. I want to get my last 2 green stalks put up, and I think that's probably it. I wanted to get the beans in, but that would be like another 2 weeks, because there are empty spaces in the front of both of these beds, but these are gonna house my second wave of beans. So other than that, pretty much planted out. Gonna get the green stock. Of course, this purple one is gonna move over here, and you'll have to see the other colors I got, but they're gonna go there and there. By the way, the snapdragon bed is just filling out, y'all. I am so excited. There's an echinacea in here. Then there's this plant, canna lily, I think. I can't get that plant out, so I just cut it down, but it does have really pretty flowers, so I will let it flower, and then I just cut it down. And then there are also, this is, I want to say some type of milkweed or butterfly flower plant, whatever. I'm not really sure, but it was given to me from a company, and they said that it's native here, because one time I talked about it and someone was like, you got to make sure it's native. It is native. And so what else is in this? Oh, the other thing is I put some asters in here too. So there's an aster there and an aster here. So it'll be slightly mixed. My dahlias are coming up, so not sure exactly where I'm going to put them, but I do know they're going to be out here because I love a good dahlia. Oh, I planted out the dill. It's over here in the shady bed, so planted that out. It's gonna take it some time. It's right here to get established, but it's in this bed and shaded. Oh, y'all, we need to harvest these radishes. That's a radish bag. That's a radish bag. Pretty sure we need to harvest that. Oh, and the overwinter peppers, 2 of them, starting to sprout. This one is still green, so it's still alive. Now this one, I'm pretty sure that's dead. I'm gonna need to take that out that bag. But that is what I got done yesterday, and this morning, like I said, I fertilized. By the way, we have flowers popping up on some of the squash plants. It's either zucchini or squash, but we have flowers on the outside garden. Love that for me. So right there, that'll be opening up soon. They're male, but that's okay. We got plenty of time if the vine boys stay away. We have plenty of time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.